This video will show you how to add Mapbox GL JS to a web project using the Mapbox Content Delivery Network, and then how to instantiate a map in a web page. This method can be used in any web project, whether it's a standalone HTML file or a more complex project. If you're using a module bundler like NPM or Yarn to manage your dependencies, we recommend following our Get Started with Mapbox GL JS using NPM guide instead. Now let's cover the prerequisites required for this guide. You'll need the related written guide Get Started with Mapbox GL JS using a CDN linked in the description below, a free account on Mapbox, a beginner-level understanding of web development, and a code editor like Visual Studio Code. Now open the written guide and let's get started with step 1, add the dependency. First, copy the script and link tags for the Mapbox GL JS JavaScript and CSS bundles from the written guide. Place these into the head of your HTML file or wherever you import external JavaScript and CSS libraries into your project. These links access the Mapbox Content Delivery Network. Now that you've included these links, you can move to step 2, add a map container div. To render a map on your web page, you'll need to add a div element where you want the map to appear. This div should have an ID attribute to label it as the map's container. You'll reference the ID when you instantiate the map in this step. Start by adding the code from step 2 of the written guide to the body of your HTML file or wherever you store the body of your web page. Make sure the map container div has a width and height set, either through the inline style or through your CSS. If the container does not have dimensions, the map will not be visible on the page. Now you can move to step 3, instantiate a map. With the Mapbox GL JS library included and a map container added to your page, you can now create a map. Using the code from step 3 of the written guide, you'll instantiate a new Mapbox GL map object in your JavaScript code. This code can be added with a script tag in your HTML file or to an external JavaScript file that's included in your project. Note that this code snippet references a Mapbox Access Token. This token allows you to access Mapbox services and associate usage with your account. If you're logged into the documentation, your code snippet will automatically include this value, inserting a value that starts with PK. If you see your Mapbox Access Token in the code, you'll need to log into your account and grab your token. You can access this by going to console.mapbox.com/access-tokens and copying your default access token. Once your token is included, save and run your web page. You should see a map centered on Boston, Massachusetts, USA, and if you interact with the map, you should be able to pan across the world or zoom in and out. If you want to set a different initial location of the map, just change the center property in the initializations object to any valid longitude and latitude coordinates. These values should be declared in an array in the order of longitude then latitude. You can also adjust the zoom property to set the initial zoom level of the map. Zoom levels range from 0, where the full globe is visible, all the way down to 22 at street level. If you don't see the map as expected or run into errors while compiling, here are a few common troubleshooting solutions to fix this issue. Make sure you've replaced your Mapbox Access Token in the code. You're using a valid public access token from your Mapbox account. Make sure that your map container div has a width and height set, either through the inline styles or CSS, and check the browser console for any error messages that may show what is preventing the map from rendering. Now with Mapbox GL JS installed and a map rendered on your page, you can customize the map and explore additional features. Check out our other tutorials and examples, and thanks so much for watching.